Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Baby Brigade, take 2. I didn't have all my stuff handy. It's been an interesting few days, couple of days. I'm still feeling the effects of not having my medication. But the good news is Friday I have an appointment with my mental health doctor to get my prescription, get a new prescription. So hopefully this insomnia that I've been having, I stayed up till 6 o'clock in the morning, almost 7 o'clock before I went to bed yesterday, and then I slept till 4. So these are symptoms of my issues. So without my bipolar medication, this is what happens. But I'll have a new medication Friday, I'm sure, when I go see her. So there's that, and I'm coping with it the best way I can. I haven't been off bipolar medicine in quite a few years, and so my sleep patterns had been fine. No manic phases, but of course I got manic again last night, but not in a bad way, just in a not so rational way. Like the rational in me would have went and looked up a tutorial for a granny square bucket hat like I wanted. A rational me would have done that instead of just deciding just to go on my own and do it, which didn't turn out great. This is maybe my second or third failure. Failure to design, failure to put together something. So I'm going to show you what I mean. This was the first attempt, and the second attempt wasn't any better, so I just took it apart and threw it away. just that frustrated. But I used some scrap yarn I had from my dress, and I don't know, but this is what I ended up with. Let's see, it's too big. If you don't mind it being rolled up, then it doesn't look too bad. If this was the look I was going for, I would be happy. This is not exactly what I had in mind. And I even went down a hook size. So, but let me take it off and I'll show you. But I put a big old square at the top like that. And then I think I got, like 5 squares. I alternated the variegated and the turquoise. And then I just put like a row of single crochet and a row of half double at the end. But obviously these squares were too big because you couldn't get a proper brim like you would with and of course, the beauty of shorter hair, you could just do like that and all of a sudden it looks better. But yeah, but I'm still going to keep this because I think it's still cute on its own merit. It's still a cute hat. And I probably will wear it in the fall. I'll wear it with my dress maybe because it matches my dress. But I will probably still wear this because I do think it's kind of cute. And I'm okay with how it just amateurish, of course. But it's still cute, and I can still wear it even with it flipped up like that. It's perfectly fine to wear like that. I'm not ashamed of it. It's just not what I was going for. And here's some of the squares that I took apart from the second failed attempt. So then I decided I would just scrap the whole idea of the granny square bucket hat, and I would go look up one of Crystal over at Bag O'Day's tutorial, and I know she had come up with one a short while ago that was just a solid bucket hat out of double crochets and single crochets, and so I decided to go look that up and do that this afternoon, and I would say this one worked out just fine. I should have did the brim a little further down probably, but I just did it exactly how she did it in her tutorial. I believe my head must be bigger than hers. I'll probably give this one away and do another one with a longer brim. I think a longer brim would probably be better for me, but yeah, I'll probably give this to someone with a smaller head. I didn't realize my head was so big. Yeah, it's bigger than I expected, but it turned out well. It's nice, it was super easy to do. I used the Karen 1-pounder in the ocean color, and it was real nice. But get this, I ended up going and using one of the new Susan Bates hooks. I think this is it. Yeah, it's so shiny when you go to looking at it. This is a newer Susan Bates hook in a 6mm. I can't believe I'm using Susan Bates, but it works great with this yarn. I think what it all boils down to is, as far as me and hooks, and me and and yarn, different hooks work for different yarn. So I just something I had to learn on my own. I know it is that way for a lot of other people, a lot of other content creators. They use a variety of hooks, a variety of style of hooks, depending on what yarn they're using. And I think I just needed to get there on my own without, it's one of those things you can't learn from other people's errors or mistakes or whatever. You can't learn the same as them. You have to learn things on your own, and that's what I had to do. I had to learn it on my own, that that I can use Clover and Susan Bates interchangeably. So I'm just tickled that I can, and then I'm not sitting here with hooks that I can't use. That don't make any sense, does it? I do have the furls hooks that I still can't use, and that's because the shaft is so much longer. But I they were given to me as a gift by my son, so I'm not going to be getting rid of them anytime soon at all. So I would just hold on to them. I'm going to try the 10mm hook with some bulky yarn I have and see if that works. I don't think it's as problematic. And there's that daggum tape sticking to things. I don't know. I'll have to get this. Yeah, see, this shaft doesn't appear to be as long, as this other one. Let's see, the green one. You see how this gets chubby right here, and this doesn't get chubby to down here. So they're quite a bit different, not just in size, but in the way that they're styled, really. Because this gets real, it's just longer. It's just longer. So I think I might end up being able to use this one, but I don't think about this one too much. No. And the little one, the 5mm, definitely a no. So I tried it. I may try it one more time before I put it back in the drawer over there. But yeah, this is a 7mm here, and I don't remember what the name of it was. I don't remember. But I think that Shannon over at Spoony Stitcher, she was able to find out that because she knows a lot about furls hooks. This 5mm one is Andromeda. Yeah, it's very pretty. But honestly, as much as these, when I first started crocheting and stuff, I wanted all the pretty things. I was so excited and so, gung-ho. And then I discovered that I really, it doesn't bother me to have just plain hooks. As long as the hook works, as long as I can use it, and, then I don't care what it looks like, to be honest. These are very simple. These little steel hooks, I think this is probably aluminum because this is a newer Susan Bates. And these are the vintage that I was given. So I think this is steel and this is aluminum because this is way lighter than this. This has got some weight. This has got some weight to it, which I don't mind. It doesn't bother me at all. I just like the metal tip hooks. I will use a plastic tip hook. I learned on a plastic tip hook, but as I've grown in my crochet journey, I guess you could say, I prefer metal tipped hooks. I just discovered that's what I like. So, and of course I never did get a hold of one of the furls hooks that has the metal tip on it, and I never did get a hold of one of them before they stopped making them. So, and if you look on eBay and other places, they want like $150, $200 for one. And I'm not going to do that for a hook, especially I've already have other hooks, that are working and not a big deal. But I did kind of want to try one of those, but it's not going to happen now. They don't make them anymore. So, but they were really pricey. Even when I bought these I bought the cheapest of the, you know, of the furls that I could find because I only had so much money to spend on it. So I just bought those 3, and I got some sort of sweetheart deal. I don't remember how much I paid, but it was less than what they normally are. It was some sort of coupon for buying from them for the first time, and the only time I've ever bought from them. Now I have bought some of those. I bought one of those O-Fire hooks, and I might go back and get me another one of them, because at the time I didn't care. I tried to use it and couldn't use it. But I think that was before I lost a majority of my weight. Or maybe I didn't give it a fair shake like I should have. Or I should have just tried different yarn. And then I probably would have been able to use it. But I did end up putting it in a giveaway. And it is now in New York City. Or not New York City, but Syracuse, I think, is where she's at. If I remember correctly, that winner that got that hook was in Syracuse. So, no caffeine for me today. No caffeine today. And I'll look down here and see how many of these granny squares that I've been able to work, because I'm putting the black on each of them now, and then I'll put some more blue around them to make them attachable to each other. I'm gonna try to get, so this is where I'm at with that. I got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So, trying to think of how many more I got. They're right over there. I need to switch places with them in the yarn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. This is the black I'm using. It's I Love This Yarn in black. I got another skein of it sitting right here ready to go, but I was trying to use a scrap ball of it first. I'm trying to be more proactive with the scraps and try to use, you know, go back and use scraps before they become old scraps, because I had like a little thing back here with drawers that's full of little scrap yarn. I just haven't quite decided what to do with it yet. I need to clean it out and do something with it. But I wanted to deal with this scrap yarn, and then I got the box full of partial skeins and scrap yarn over here, and then I got a box over there with some caked up yarn. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. But there's these, and then I still have, let's see, so I have 28 in all in total with these squares. So I'm dealing with the ends about every 2 colors. So I'm just crocheting over my ends as I can, and then I go back and snip them. Oh Lord, this is a lot of squares left to put black on, and then decide how much. So we still have these. We still have these to go. So yeah, but this little box over here, it's like I said, it's got balls of yarn. It's got little caked up balls of yarn and some partially used skeins. I've got other project related yarn in that box. And I used this because since I had it handy, I didn't have to go hunt good thick 4-weight yarn. So I used this to go with my hat, the bucket hat that I made today. I will probably give this one away and make me one with a longer brim. I should have just followed her instructions and went about 1 or 2 more rows and made it longer, but that's okay. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make another blue one. No, I need to make 2 red ones. Yeah, I got a skein of red acrylic right there. My oldest son's friend has 3 sons, and one, I think the oldest is like 12, and then the little boys are 7, the twin boys. And so 2 of them like red and 1 likes blue. So I'm gonna give them to them. I'm gonna make a couple more, and I'm gonna make a couple in red, and I'll probably border the red one, you know, each red one with a different color. I might this section here where she goes with the single, she does like 3 rows of single crochet. I'll probably change color there and change the band on the red ones. That way they can differentiate you know what I mean, distinguish whose hat is whose, since they both like red. So one I think I'll do in black with a little black brim, and the other one I think I will do with blue, probably blue. But I think that you know, that way they know whose hat is whose. If they want to switch, they can. But I'm gonna make them all the same size. But yeah, this will be for the little boy that likes blue, and then I'll make a couple of red ones for the other two, and I'll make myself another one like this, only with a longer brim. Because this is cute and everything, but I wanted it just a little bit longer. So yeah, I'll make another one and make the brim longer according to her tutorial, which I will link in the description so that y'all can go make one for yourself if you want to, because it was super easy. And I used this 6mm Susan Bates hook. I was looking, I couldn't find the pouch. I need to find that pouch thing that I had with the other hooks in it, because I put a bunch of the other hooks back in it, and one of them was a steel hook, a 6mm steel hook, so I had to go find that. But my room is a bit of a mess because, well, I was slightly manic crocheter. And I was doing some laundry and come across a couple of UFOs, or things that were in timeout, and so I'm gonna show y'all those, since I came across them today, and I hadn't shown them on the channel in so long. This one blanket I started last year sometime, I think. It's been a UFO for a long time, but it is it's a ripple blanket done with this Premier Bloom Chunky in the color Bluebell. Yeah, I looked, and I have, I think, 3 more skeins of this. I think 2 or 3 more skeins, so it should be enough. But I think originally I had thought about making this for the Boggy Creek children, but I had measured it a while ago, and it's too long. It's too long, so it's you know, it's pretty wide, but it's pretty. I mean, you know, and oh, this yarn is so soft. And I know I used an 8mm hook, and I want to say 8. I know it was orange. The handle was orange, and it's in this box here, and I had to dig it out before I can. And I think this is 2 skeins. Here's the third, and I think I want to say I got 2 or 3 more skeins, because they are 218 yards in each skein. So I think this is, I want to say this is 2, but I can't remember. It's 1 or 2. It's 1 or 2 skeins already into it, and then I got, you know, but I want to make it a nice enough lap blanket, you know. It's perfect for curling up on the couch, and like I said, it's so soft, so squishy. Oh, I really like this yarn. This Premier Bloom Chunky, I really like it. It's one of the very that's the thing about a lot of Premier yarns, and they're bulky yarns. Most of the bulky yarn is extremely squish and extremely soft, so it makes perfect for blankets and sweaters. So I got the Color Fusion Chunky. I bought enough of that in to make Johnny a sweater for winter, this coming next cold season. So I'll probably use a 9 or 10mm with that. So, but I'm on the fence if I'm going to finish this or frog this and make it a corner to corner. I don't know yet, but I really love this ripple pattern. I really do. It's so easy, and it just you can just go through it really quickly. For some reason, I put this in a bag and left it for about a year now. So, eek. So that's one of them. And then I know this is I want to say this is a shawl in here. Yeah. And all the yarn. I'm probably going to frog this one though. Let's see here. This is one of my secret yarnery. Yeah, my secret yarnery. This is one of Krista's patterns. It's called the Cakes and Candles Shawl. It's really pretty. And let's see if I can find the yarn. Yep, that's the yarn. And I started it with this Loops and Threads Facets yarn. And Johnny actually picked this color out. This color, let me find it again. Slate. It's called Slate. And there's other skeins of it in here. When I was going through yarn at some point, see, that's what it, and it's got sparkle in it. And so this is what it looks like unpulled from, but it's really beautiful. It's a 4-weight yarn. Let's see here. It is 99% acrylic, 1% polyester. It recommends a 6mm hook, and I'm pretty sure that's what I was using. I'm pretty sure I was using a 6mm. But this is a roving type yarn. This is very reminiscent of Landscapes. I think it's Line Brand Landscapes and Red Heart Unforgettable. That's the type of yarn this is. If you've seen those two types of yarn, that's what this is. So I'm really super on the fence about this one. I have 3 more skeins besides the one that is partial here. So I have quite a bit. Let me see how much yardage that is. That is 279 yards per skein, and I have 3 more skeins in this bag. So I don't know if I'll frog it or finish it. That's where I'm at with it. You can see that. It's quite pretty, and believe it or not, even though it's a 2-row repeat, it's really a joy to work this pattern. It's not the only one I have. There's 2 shawls in progress in this pattern. I kind of revert to either the granny stitch shawl or this one, because as complicated as this may look, I'm very comfortable with it. So it's just double crochets and single crochets, and you know, it's once you watch her tutorial, you'll be like, really? It's not hard. It's not. And this is one of the, I had one at this pattern in rainbow colors that I gave Amy with Hooked on Wishing Crochet. One of her daughters got it for Christmas, and it was done out of Karen Skinny Cake, the rainbow Karen Skinny Cake. So I'm probably going to get some more of that yarn because I really liked working with that. But yeah, so frog it or finish it. Sound off in the comments, would you please, and let me know, because I'm really on the fence about this one. I'm not on the fence with the blanket. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that blanket. I'm going to finish it just as it is. I'm just going to keep working it because that's a really easy ripple pattern, and I really enjoy it. That'll be like the 3rd or 4th one I've made, and I'll link that tutorial in the description as well, because it's I think it's on a channel called Play Hooky with Me. It's an older tutorial, but it's so easy. You know me, I'm not gonna do complicated, but it looks a little complicated, but it is not. I have to give you a closer look at, and it looks so pretty with this bulky yarn. It really does. And so this, I don't know if it's a make and sell blanket or a make and keep blanket. I really don't know. But this is my peacock bag. But if I frog this shawl in here, I'm gonna give the yarn away too, because I'm not crazy about that yarn. That's probably why it ain't gotten no love in so long, because I'm not crazy about that yarn. Yeah, there's another one up here. Hold on. Here's another one that I started last year sometime, and it's just been bounced from one location to another, and this is the yarn that it is. It's Mary Maxim Woolly. It is worsted superwash wool nylon. It is a 4-weight. It says it's a 4-weight, but it's a 3-weight. It's very thin. Let me see what the percentage of things are here. It is, let's see here, approximately 210 yards, 70% superwash wool, and 30% nylon. But see, if you compare this to the Malabrigo, this is like sandpaper. It really is. You can't, because nylon usually makes wool very soft, but not this. This is like sandpaper to me. But I've worked up just another one. Same pattern I just showed you, but this is very thin. This is another frog it or keep it. I'm thinking this is probably going to get frogged, and then I might gift that yarn. I don't know what I'll do with that yarn. I had, let's see, it's 3, 4. I want to say I had 4 or 5 hanks of that. Might have just been 4. I don't remember, but I'll figure it out. But this is this cake here. I don't know why I think I think there might be another one in that box up there, but I see 2 there, and then there's this one and this one. So I don't know, it might have just been 4. I don't remember. But I did plan on, because this is my color, you know, this turquoise, and this is my color. But I don't really need another shawl, to be honest. I have plenty that have been made for me, and some that are made and that I've made and are in totes. I really don't need any more shawls. Now, if you see this and you want me to finish it so you can buy it, then let me know, and I will do that. I'm not going to frog it tonight. I'll wait till the comments tell y'all sound off in the comments. But I'm using a 5mm on this, and it was working fine. But it is definitely thinner than a regular 4. It's really thin. Yeah, it's really thin. But if one of y'all sees it and wants me to work it up to one that you can have, then just let me know. I will hold on to it. I'll put it over here. Yeah, back over here where it was. And just let me know. Otherwise, this time 24 hours from now, if I haven't got a whole lot of, you know, interest in it, I would just frog that, and then gift the yarn to somebody, probably, because I just, it's so scratchy. It's so scratchy. I just don't see, I don't know what I could make and wear with it, because it's so scratchy. It would have to be like a cardigan or a vest or something like that, and I don't think I have enough yardage for a cardigan at all. Maybe a little vest. I might have enough for a little vest, but I don't know. Life is too short for scratchy yarn, in my opinion, and I have so much that is not scratchy, so gifting it to someone is probably what's going to happen, because I don't really see myself wearing anything in that yarn. I thought it would be softer when I ordered it, but it is not. It's beautiful. It's just not soft. It's scratchy. It's very scratchy. So at least to me, it is very scratchy. Everybody has their own opinion about that. I was trying to think of what else I got going on over here. I got one more shawl in a white bag up there, but it's in the pattern that I came up with last year. It was V for Victory shawl. I got one up there, and I don't want to grab it right now. But that's about what I've been up to. I got to grab the whips across the room and work on them a little bit. I just haven't. I just laser focused on other things, and so there's one, that shawl that I started in the cotton cakes I need to finish. I'm just coping the best I know to cope. And that's about all I can do at the moment. My moods and interest are all over the place. So I'm just, taking it one day at a time, one project at a time. So I'm gonna just leave it to y'all to tell me what y'all think I ought to do, and then I'll make my decision after that about these UFOs, these shawls. 3 shawls in project bags. That's crazy. I think the one in the white bag I got up there, I think that was meant to be a gift to somebody, and then something happened and I found out that really wasn't her color, so I decided not to make it that way. I might take it apart and make it with a different yarn or something. I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. I'm probably frogging that one for sure. And I was changing colors, so that's interesting. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. I hope y'all are having a good night. I'm gonna go and figure out something to watch and take my medication so that I can maybe go to bed before 7 a.m. That'd be good. Yeah, the whole day was gone when I got up. The whole day. So good thing I'm a night person, right? And then I almost forgot to take my new medication that's supposed to help with my hair, but I've only been taking it a week, so it's too soon to know. He did give me a 90-day supply, so I'm assuming he wants to recheck it after 90 days before giving me any more. So, but it doesn't seem to have any side effects, or so far anyway. Sometimes medicine takes a while to get in your system before you can really feel side effects. But so far, I'm a week into this medication, and it's not bothering me. Let me see. Here it is. I can't pronounce that. I'll spell it. It's SPIRONOLACTONE. That's what it is. And it's just helping with hair growth is one of the, I think, off-label uses for it. I think when I looked it up, it was something like blood pressure medicine or heart medicine or something like that, which, you know, I'm pretty careful about my blood pressure, and you know, I do take my PTSD medicine, which is Prazosin, is partially a blood pressure medicine. So partially, it mainly just helps me not have nightmares. And I haven't been having any nightmares, but I just been insomnia and manic, a little bit of manic, but just about my projects, just about, you know, not accepting defeat on the Granny Square bucket hat situation. But it's a cute hat. It's a cute hat, and I will wear it. I'm not ashamed to wear it, but I will wear it when it gets hotter outside. Not hotter, but colder. When it gets cold again, I'll probably wear it then, because even though it's all cotton, it's still a heavy hat, and too heavy to wear when the sun is out like that. I'm just mainly was looking for a hat to protect my dome, because every time I go and walk outside where the sun is beating down on the top of my head, it's painful. So that's all I was trying to do with making myself a hat, was just trying to protect my poor head when I go out in direct sunlight. So I will make another one of these with a longer brim. This one will be gifted to a little 7 or 8. I think they're 7 or 8. I can't remember. But yeah, this will be given to one of them little boys. And because it's unisex, it could be for either one. And they like hats. They do. One of them has worn a loom knitted hat I made him. He wore one that I made him when they first started hanging out, and he was, you know, about 2.5, 3 years ago, something like that. And he grew out of that hat last year, and so I've made him a new one. And so he's got, because he just wears it around the house mainly, but he drags it around with him everywhere he goes, that loom knitted hat. So I figured I would, you know, upgrade them and give them bucket hats for the summer. And maybe come, you know, I'm really considering making them blankets for this coming Christmas. I just don't know if I will. I know I have the yarn, you know, 2 red blankets and a blue. You know, something like that. I'll figure it out. I got plenty of red yarn, because I like red too. And then I have plenty of blue yarn, so not a problem. It's just finding the time, and, you know, forcing myself to just, you know, make blanket after blanket. But yeah, I'll make them. I know I'll probably do. I'll probably end up doing corner to corner for all of them, because I don't want them to argue over who has the best looking blanket. Because I've had sons and children, and even though my boys are like 6 years apart, they would still get jealous of each other. If I gave one something that I didn't give the other, or they got something that was different from each other's and they thought the other one had something nicer or better, they would still bicker. So I know how boys bicker and get jealous of each other. Therefore, I'll try to make them all the exact same pattern, and then, you know, in the same nice enough yarn, you know, all of it will be nice, so that no one is jealous or angry at the other. So I don't want that for their mama. So, and with it being crochet items, it could always be cut up or tore up. So if they all have something that they're equally happy with, they probably be all right to have it and not tear it up. So I thought it was pretty neat that he still had his hat after all that time. So I'll definitely make him a new hat, and the other 2 too, and then blankets for Christmas, hopefully, if I can get it done by then. That's what, 6 months away? Yeah, I should be able to do that. That's on the to-do list, after I already dealt with the 2 don'ts. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this bit of chat. Excuse me, burping on y'all. But I'm going to get back to doing one of these things. And I will see y'all again later. I love you, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend's waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. I'll see y'all soon. Love you.